the thought behind this project was a buggy that is controlled is not new, but the process of going from the relatively basic coding to actually making it happen was something I really wanted to do today, to go from beginning to end. And a lot of issues that I had to talk through with these guys, and they helped me out. Just little things like when the Raspberry Pi is rebooted, you need to change that little bit of startup code to make sure that whatever you put on it actually runs when it's not plugged into the computer, things like that, which I didn't know about before. So we'll see if it works. Oh, this is good. Okay, so where's it going?
Which the number of wires is a problem. It's not go.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so we go forwards, we go backwards. We've got a little turn. I did expect it to be slightly more. Yes, we can turn both ways here. Now, so the idea. This is pretty cool, actually.
Nothing like a last-minute code change.
Yeah, so we have a number of issues, but so basically what's going on is the Pi is driving the motors and has got some basic ideas of left, right, forwards and backwards. Then there's a microbit on there that receives a binary signal from this microbit and then changes that binary signal into one of the forwards, backwards, left or right, and then allows it to do that. So yes, you've got 3 bits, I guess, similar to you guys when you're using the radio of the microbit. So that's basically what's going on.
Is the microbit on top, is that showing the display of the command, so forwards?
Yes, it is. Yeah, so there's a little readout on the microbit to say if it's backwards, forwards, left or right. And because we didn't have 4 buttons on here, we're using the touchpad for turning left and turning right. And turning right, and the buttons for forwards and backwards. There you go.
That's brilliant. Well done. It's speechless. So I am. That is amazing.
Yeah, it's stuck together with Blue Tack.
Yeah, I did what we did before Blue Tack. So that started off as just a shell, really, didn't it? It had the microbit, the Pi on there for you and the H bridge. But getting all that all together and coding it in the link. And I think we've seen today that radio Pi and the microbit really does expand the possibilities of remote stuff. I hadn't seen that before. I don't think it was available, was it?
It wasn't available last time we did that.
No. So it really expands what the microbit could be used for.
Judging by the error we had with Pi's, I'm guessing it only came in somewhere between September and now.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, what else would you do with that one?
Yeah, so the idea being that if you've got kids that can make something move, and then they start looking at radio control and things like that, there's a number of steps, and each of them are quite challenging. So the next thing would be to put a sensor on it, and then to have it sensing, and then you've got autonomy. Now, the interesting thing about having an autonomous robot is you get rid of all of the issues with the radio. So you might find it becomes easier. So if they can start to take inputs from a sensor, maybe a proximity sensor, a light sensor, something like that, feed it back into the robot and make it stop bumping into walls and things, that actual section of it might make it a little simpler, and then you could build it back up again to interact with your radio. So there's a number of, it sort of keeps going on, doesn't it?
How well do you think kids would be able to cope with building something that looks like that? Or that works that way?
They might do a better job.
First of all, you probably want a bigger chassis. I've had a number of kids try similar projects where I didn't know what I was doing. I know more about it now, and I can see the problems that they had now that I've done it myself. I think if you've got an older kid running a project and you've got a few kids involved, the coding is not too bad. The issues come from little things like sleep 50 milliseconds, where you didn't realise why you have to because it's just processing too quickly, or those little bits of code like when you reboot the Raspberry Pi, things that they wouldn't know just from learning how to code. It's the extra stuff, isn't it? Yeah. And that's where the issues come. But if you're competent enough to fill those bits in, then I think the kids could do what I did today, which was the sort of coding bit with some help.
And make something amazing, bolting all these bits together and getting them to work and talk. And it's really impressive.
Well, I think if you're going to present a coding club, and especially with micro sort of control technology to kids, the first thing they're going to think about is making something move. Yeah. It's the Mars rover, it's the it's a submersible which is radio controlled, whatever it is, it's accessing something remotely, isn't it? And that's the sort of the first possibility that goes into their minds when you start presenting it. So for me, that was the thing I needed to get working.
Brilliant. Round of applause.
Thank you very much.